This is an Off the Tongue podcast.
Hey everybody, Doug.
Greg.
And this is Mike.
And we are the It's Funny That Makes It Okay podcast, part of the Off the Tongue podcast network. And who else might be on the Off the Tongue podcast network, you might ask? Well, you got the Greener Grass podcast. We got Teach a Dummy, Skate Ohio, the original Copycats, and Pint Pals podcast. So make sure to check all them out and give us a listen as well. Hey, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Welcome. Tonight we have I got a Christmas thing. We are having a few more Christmas things. I got a Christmas thing up front. I think you got a gripe.
I got a little gripe. It's not Christmas related.
Mike's got a story about his Woody the Christmas tree. I guess it's not his Woody the Christmas tree. It's Woody the Christmas tree.
I don't want to associate it with Woody.
But you know what? We may talk about because we kind of had something around this area back in the 60s
that
and
was
70s.
Very similar.
That
yes.
I went to.
Oh, I did too.
And then well, we're moving that one. Sorry here. Little housekeeping. I still had something else there. All right. And I got a couple criminal type stories. We have a man.
Are they smooth criminals?
No.
Oh,
they're
okay.
disgusting criminals. At least one. We're going to talk about Lyle Menendez and his marital woes. If you don't know who Lyle Menendez is, we'll touch on that.
Yep.
We got drones run amok out in New Jersey.
Those crazy
Then
drones.
we're going to talk about Target's new Hot Santa, I guess. There's a new Hot Santa.
I guess. I've seen the commercial.
And then Mike found he's going to tell us a little bit about a Hallmark reality show that's coming out. So maybe we'll try for that. Maybe we'll get on it. Who knows?
I'd like to go to a reality show.
Let's get started. Greg, take it away.
Maybe this podcast could be a reality show.
We
could just put a camera over there in the corner and
it could be.
The hijinks will ensue.
Oh.
All right. I have a gripe. My gripe this week is Cracker Barrel.
Oh.
Yeah.
They're a new target.
They're a new target. I haven't griped about them before. I don't go there that often, so they haven't had the chance to disappoint me as much. But
that's really what it comes down to.
That's what it boils down to. So my gripe is over the last month, maybe month and a half, we've gone there a couple times. And my favorite thing at Cracker Barrel is the meatloaf. For a dinner meal, I want kind of a home-cooked dinner, So I get the meatloaf. It's a nice dinner. It's not too pricey. The last two times we've been there, get there around 6 o'clock. Oh, we're out of the meatloaf. 2 times now in a row. And it's like, how can you be out of meatloaf every time we come here? It's like, I don't know. That's my favorite. This isn't a huge gripe, but it's still a gripe. It's it was enough to make it on my list.
I don't like meatloaf. I usually go with breakfast if I go to Cracker Barrel.
I like the breakfast there. It's good. I've been resorting to the chicken tenders. Dip them in honey mustard. They're good. Anything with honey mustard.
Maybe KFC will have meatloaf next time you go.
The next time KFC is open.
Next time they're out of chicken.
They're all closed in this area.
They're out of business.
Yeah, all of them have went out of business. They took the sign down in our town the other day.
Yep. Mm-hmm. So anyways, it's just frustrating more than anything because that's for my evening meal. That's kind of my go-to is the meatloaf. And you know how you go somewhere like that and you kind of get your heart set on that's what you're going to have. But I'll give you that though. The breakfast is a good alternate choice.
I like the breakfast.
I do like what breakfast do you get there?
I usually get the grandma's breakfast.
The pancake or the French toast?
Most of the time pancake. Once in a while I'll switch it up and go French toast, but most of the time I get the pancake.
Yeah. I'm a French toast guy. But
you get the 3 pancakes and 2 eggs and then 3 different pieces of meat and it's good.
Yeah. So how would you feel if they were out of that every time you?
I've went there multiple times and they've been out. Or the what I like? I like the hash brown casserole. I'm not a huge hash brown person, but I love the hash brown casserole.
It is good. Yeah.
I went there many times. They're like, oh, we don't have the hash brown casserole. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
Well, what
disappointment again.
Well, our other breakfast sides is like cinnamon apple, like
grits. You can have grits.
Yeah.
Yeah. No grits for me.
Grits. So. Grits. Anyways, that's
I tell
it.
them to kiss my grits.
Yeah. So that's it. Just A general gripe. I didn't order anything through the app or anything. It was walked in, tried to order some meatloaf.
At least it wasn't a major gripe.
No, it wasn't. It was a
general.
minor gripe. So
Could have been a private gripe.
General
could have
gripe.
been general gripe. All right, next.
All right. Well, I was out running around and I went through the Christmas aisle here at the Walmart and I found this.
This was in preparation for your 5K, right? Running around.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So they had this item. I sent you guys a picture of it here, but I'll read. It's a Fireball whiskey stocking. Okay, like the prepackaged things you can get. You know how you can buy the hot chocolate with the mugs or, barbecue or hot sauce or whatever. So they have these prepackaged boxes. This one is...
I already know what you're going to say.
It's Fireball whiskey. It says, non-denominational holiday-themed whiskey stocking. Why does it have to be non-denominational?
Well, that's not even what I saw.
Well, I'm getting... There's more.
Yeah,
there's a
more.
lot to unpack on this box. That was the first thing that caught my head.
I like
Caught my head. Caught my eye.
I like the Baptist Fireball better.
Well, I mean, the Mennonite, it's outrageous, man. Those Mennonites, they know how to party. What if you get it and you're like, crap, this is the Mennonite one. I'm a Catholic. I needed the Catholic stocking.
Non-denominational. That's the weirdest thing.
I have never seen non-denominational, holiday-themed Christmas stocking. So it has a lot of things on it. All right, it's got
Wow.
It's got wow.
It's got wow.
Yes. Perfect whiskey every time. And then off the side, it has this little hang it, premium hanging loop. Premium hanging loop. It's telling you all the stuff that it makes it a great, valuable buy. I don't even understand the second thing. Slap it. It's 100% proven slappability. Science is all it says. It says in parentheses, science. I don't know what that means. I don't know if they mean they proved it with science or just science. It's like Thomas Dolby, he's screaming science every once in a while. What do they mean, slap it?
I don't know, but now I'm going to have to go upstairs and slap my stockings. No,
Well, wait till Mike and I leave before you do that, if you could. Because I don't want to be around.
Only if it's
Where's Greg?
non-denominational.
Oh, he's upstairs slapping his stockings.
Only if it's non-denominational.
Yelling,
it'll be okay.
science! Science!
Is it just
All
me
right.
or is it Bill Nye time in here?
I don't know. And then pour it. One stocking equals 35 shots. Yeah, and then they have the big wow. And I love this on the box, too. The number one best-selling whiskey stocking on the planet. Are there a lot of whiskey stockings?
And then in the bottom corner it says, as seen right now. Like, it looks like as seen on TV.
But not on TV.
Right now.
Right now.
You're seeing it.
You're seeing this. Non-denominational. So when I saw the box, like I said, there were so many things. I'm like, I don't understand. Again, the slap it, I don't know. Is that a whiskey thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
I've never heard of anybody drinking whiskey. Slap it! Yeah. 100% proven slappability. So if you're looking for a non-denominational holiday-themed whiskey stocking, this is the number one.
I think I'd want the Methodist.
Yeah, the Lutheran, you go Universalitarian or whatever. I don't know, but it threw me. I didn't know why it needed to be non-denominational.
Slap it, though.
Yeah, that was the first thing that I saw, and after I took the picture, I started looking, and it's like, oh, there's a lot going on here. There's more than just that. So I just wanted to share. So if you're out there looking for a Christmas gift, maybe, or I guess non-denominational themed gift of generic holiday, it's like, well, then don't sell it at Christmas time then. You're wanting the money, then just slap Christmas on it, slap it with Christmas, and be done. So that's it. That's the end.
I look forward to my Fireball Easter basket.
Non-denominational.
Non-denominational, yes. Well, I've got another Christmas story here. I found this absolutely terrifying, but I've seen a post by a publication in Canada called the National Post. The headline is, "People are giving Cinnabon to a talking Christmas tree in Nova Scotia as a sacrifice."
A sacrifice. Oh, mighty. Woody.
Yes. There's a quote in the start of the article. It says, "Obviously, because offering him children has become frowned upon," notes Twitter user. Him being Woody, the famed tree locally beloved and feared. The unofficial X account of Woody, a giant animatronic Christmas tree in Nova Scotia's Micmac Mall,
Which is a weird name for a mall.
It is. It announced its presence with a 3-word post last month, November, posting, "I'm back, birches."
Nice children's theme
Yeah.
here. Let's go with that.
The famed talking tree has been equally delighting and terrifying children for decades. In 2007, Woody was retired due to safety concerns related to much-needed repairs. When the mall was placed under new ownership, Woody made his return in 2021 with a slightly less terrifying face. Oh, yeah. While locally beloved and feared, Woody is also internationally known and has been the fodder of many late-night hosts like Jimmy Fallon, who compared Woody to a holiday figure in an episode of Squid Game and covered on major networks like CNN. The curious spectacle even made it into the pages of the satirical news site The Beaverton in 2021 with the headline promising that the giant tree would only eat 3 to 4 kids max that holiday season. This year, however, the tree's apparent appetite for Cinnabon is being documented on social media. So basically, mall visitors are bringing Cinnabon over to Woody, taking their pictures with the Cinnabon tribute to Woody in the background.
Yeah, we had a talking Christmas tree at one of the malls here in the area back in the day, in the 60s and 70s, I think.
Yeah,
maybe
60s
even into
and
the
70s.
early 80s.
Yeah.
It was at the Sheridan Village, the shopping center there. You go into, I think, Bergner's.
Yeah, it was at Bergner's.
Yeah, and it had kind of the same thing, this weird-looking tree with a weird face. There was actually a woman that would sit in that tree, and they would hire her, and she would talk. And it had its, like, a weird mouth that was like plastic, and you'd hear it, like, clomping together, like, and she would be talking, Hi
there, boys and
Hi,
girls.
little boy. What's your name? I like your hat. And so they'd be specific, so you're like, oh, it's just a weird talking, but it's like, oh, like, wow, your green hoodie there looks great with, you like Columbia clothes? You're like, ooh, wow, what? It's alive. As a kid, it was a little freaky.
Yeah. This one would freak me out as a kid. If I was at the mall and I was in line to see Santa and I look behind me and I see Woody towering over the background of the mall, I'd be like, no thanks.
Yeah, I miss the days when when we were growing up, the mall at Christmas time, they would have it. They have the courtyards and different things at the mall, and they would have them covered up or have big curtains around them, so you couldn't see what their design was going to be.
While they were setting them up.
They were setting them up.
Yeah.
So you would always wait. You'd see them like, ooh, they're making, I wonder what it's going to be this year. And they'd have the little animatronic people and different things. And then, after Thanksgiving, you'd go Friday to the mall. We wouldn't. My dad would wait. But people would go Friday to the mall. And they would be open up, and you'd see they'd have different scenes. They'd have like, kids sledding, and again, all animatronic. They move like a quarter turn and then turn back, or reindeer, or different goofy little things. But it was a big deal. It was exciting.
It's what we had.
Yeah.
So yeah,
kids today have AI. We had a animatronic,
scary
looking tree
Yeah.
that we thought would eat us.
Well, hey, if you decide to go to the Micmac Mall, you can go to the Woody merchandise shop and get some Woody merch while you go talk to Woody and offer him some Cinnabon. I
would eat the Cinnabon before Woody gets it.
Oh, Woody would not like that.
Woody?
Woody would not like that.
With the
You're
Cinnabon.
taunting Woody with your cinnamon bun.
That's right.
Ooh.
Just wait and see the stockings.
Take
next.
this, Woody. Again, non-denominational stocking.
Yeah.
Bet you love my nice cinnabon. Mm.
So Woody, the tweeting tree, he has a good X account. So it does show pictures of people posting their Cinnabon, and he captions it, "Keep him coming, subjects." There's other ones that says some posts that says, "The mall rents me out as an Airbnb for raccoons on weekends." He's got some other ones. There was another good one on here. Where'd it go?
Well, there's one that has a picture of him, and it's like, yes, this pleases me, human.
Yeah, yes. Yeah.
Weird.
Sounds like something Darth Vader would say.
Yeah, very strange.
Oh, that's right. He's reposting. This is what it was. Posts of a local parade in Dartmouth, I guess, Nova Scotia.
Okay.
And people are taking actual trees, putting a mock Woody face on them and driving them around in the parade. So there's a whole Woody battalion section of the parade there in Dartmouth.
They like their Woody.
They love their Woody.
They do love their Woody up there in Dartmouth.
Yeah. So anyway,
I know that one at the mall was creepy though. I remember it being odd.
Go to the mall, get a scary Woody and a Cinnabon.
And slap your stockings.
And slap your stockings.
Yeah, personally, I am not taking a trip to Nova Scotia this holiday.
That's spooky. It's
Woody.
spooky looking.
Yeah.
It does not. It's not very festive looking.
No.
It's not. It's more scary than festive.
Although the one at our mall was kind of scary, but I liked it somehow.
Because it had those funky eyes that would try to blink.
Yeah,
That's what.
Yeah,
it
was a lot like that one. It
They don't quite time up right.
Yeah,
There's one that's like he looks a little out of his mind here in this one.
Yeah, so it was very strange.
Yes, it was.
Somebody posted a picture of Woody captioned with the Real Housewives of Dartmouth.
No, that's funny.
Oh man!
All right. Anything else, Mike?
No.
Okay.
I'd like to move on from Woody now.
All right. Well, I have a story from the New York Post, which we dearly love. The New York Post. A man was arrested and he was given probation for breaking into his neighbor's house. So, man put on probation for sneaking into his neighbor's home to smell their shoes.
Oh no!
A man in Greece was given a suspended 1-month prison sentence for sneaking into his neighbor's home at night and smelling their shoes. The 28-year-old sniffer, who told the court he couldn't explain his foot fetish, was in essence put on probation and ordered to seek therapy. He went on to explain that the unusual act did cause him plenty of embarrassment, and it was not his intent to harm anyone or break the law. Now, the neighbors testified to the fact that he never showed any signs of hostile behavior. Says the perp was arrested. This was back in October. A neighbor who had left his family's shoes outside the house so they could air out found the man sniffing them. This wasn't the first time he'd been caught in the act. In the past 6 months, 3 similar incidents occurred, even though the neighbors asked the man's family to intervene and get him to stop sniffing their footwear. So they finally had enough. They called the police. He was arrested and put on probation. Now, I don't think that's 1 month's probation is enough for this crime.
Can I offer a punishment instead?
I think you should.
I say we sacrifice this weirdo to Woody at the Nova Scotia Mall.
He would like it.
Oh, well, Woody doesn't have feet, I don't think, so maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, no, this is weird.
It is very weird. Why would you? I don't understand. Again, I don't understand this, and also it's weird to me. I don't get it. I don't know why you're wanting to sniff people's shoes. But I figure with Greece, it's in the Mediterranean. It's pretty warm there all the time. So he's in a good area if he wants to sniff those shoes, I think.
Get some good odor.
Well,
going.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But it may be better in a colder environment because people's feet sweat, when you're outside, and then I don't know. Do you want to go to jail or prison for sniffing shoes? That's got to be. What would be a worse?
What do you tell the other inmates?
You got to make something up. You can't do that.
What are you
for
in for?
Sniff. Like, oh no. See, it's you got to,
What are you in for, Bob? Put your feet up.
I killed 3 men. Yeah.
Yeah. You think he goes into a shoe store when he wants to buy new shoes and is disappointed because they don't smell?
I was going to say, I don't think he goes for new.
Well, he definitely works at a bowling alley. So
his dream job.
Yeah.
Or Goodwill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He could do Goodwill or like a secondhand thrift store.
He probably has feet scent sprays in his house.
That's so gross.
Okay, yeah, that's gross.
Oh, defeat.
Defeat is right. It's awful. I'm not a big fan of the feet. I like having feet. But I don't want to smell
it's good to have them.
I don't want to look at them.
I don't want to. I hate my own feet. Okay?
Me
So
too.
it's like
I mean, I love and hate them. I
I
love having
walk
them.
with. Don't get me wrong. I walk with them, but like that's it. They're strictly utilitarian.
I'm kind of attached to mine. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to smell my feet. I don't want to look at my feet.
I don't want to smell anyone else's.
No.
Let alone anyone else's.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, I guess if it was like you have to smell your own or you're somebody else's, then okay, I'm smelling my own feet. I'm not smelling somebody else's, but I don't want to smell mine either. It's just, yeah, it's awful all the way around.
You're going through all the trouble to break into somebody's house to smell their shoes.
That's
It's
what
like,
you want to do. Not steal anything. I'm just sniffing.
weirdo.
Yeah, and they even went to the family and like, hey, can you do something about this? This guy keeps coming in and
Gosh.
sniffing our shoes, and he's going to therapy. How do they break him of this? How do they wean you off of that? You go down to like, well, I'm only on 3 shoes a week now, or
A patch.
Dr. Scholes.
That's his therapist.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets the foot patch there. He goes in. And I say maybe
You think he's in a group therapy?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how that works.
And would they all have the same fetish? Would it be the feet, or would they have different fetishes?
I think you would have to separate them. You wouldn't get anything done. They're all be in there sniffing each other's feet. You'd have to get them.
It's like the therapist is talking and he's sticking his foot up in the other guy's face, and the other guy's like, "Ooh."
See, I think you got to go around and move them around. Maybe with somebody who hates feet and put them together.
Put them together, yeah. Well, then you're going to have a fight break out,
Well,
because
that's
the one
better.
guy's going to be trying to sniff and the other guy hates it.
The other guy may put a stop to it. May cure him.
He gets pummeled and stop it.
So I don't know. I don't have anything else really to add to that. I just felt like we.
Do you think his license plate is like, I love feet?
I don't know.
Walk this way.
It's better by the foot.
Foot roll-ups.
Gross. Okay. I saw this story here, and Lyle Menendez, the Menendez brothers, and for those who don't know, I'll give you the Reader's Digest version. Back in, I believe, late 80s, early 90s.
I think it was 80s.
They killed their mom and dad. They first...
You didn't tell me someone was going to die in this.
Well, I am now.
Even though I knew.
They killed their mom and dad. I mean, like in a brutal way, with a shotgun. Blew their mom's head off. Literally, it was just bad.
It was bad.
And they kind of set it up like somebody had broke into the house and done it, and then they found out no, they did it, and so they were arrested and sentenced to life in prison. Well, here just lately, there's been some stuff and it was always kind of an accusation that their dad abused them. I mean, that was kind of their defense way back when this happened. But now there's even been some letters from other people that said that it has come out that they were complaining that their dad had sexually abused some other people. So maybe there is some validity to this story. They're trying to get off at this point, or trying to get their
They've been in for 30 plus years.
Yeah, like 30. Was it
34 or something like that?
34, 35.
These are not exact numbers.
No. I just give you that backstory because when I saw this, there's a couple things that just kind of threw me. Lyle Menendez's wife announces separation. No cheating. We're still family. It says this has nothing to do with the accusations that her husband was having an affair. I'm like, he's in prison, right?
That's what I thought.
We got the Fireball whiskey box all over again. This is a couple sentences, but it's already loaded.
I know. So I kind of read through it, and it's like, yeah, he got married back in like 2003, which
He's been married for 20 years.
That is something I don't understand these women that like, yeah, he killed his parents. He doesn't have parents. I remember when this trial went on, there were women, because they were young, good-looking guys, and there were women that were writing love letters to him and everything, and they're just like, oh, I think one woman even made the comment of like, I feel so bad for them because they don't have their parents. Because I remember that. It was like, they killed their parents.
She's like, I don't have to worry about the in-laws.
Well, no. But if they did, they killed their parents. I mean, they maybe they could swing that gun another direction even. Now, who knows? Allegedly, they could.
Maybe that's why she's separating. There's this, the potential of him getting out.
So first I thought, who are the women that look these people up, and then she thinks him and his brother should be released, and she says she's still fighting to get them released. And she runs his Facebook page, which is odd, and will still do it. So I don't know. There's a lot going on there.
Yeah, there is a lot.
I don't understand.
Well, did I read in the article that there was potentially he was cozying up to a 21-year-old?
That's exactly where I'm heading.
Sorry about that.
No, fine. You did. That was perfect. Because I was like, yeah, there's reports and allegations that Lyle is having an affair with a 21-year-old student named Millie. Because at first you hear he's in prison, and there's accusations that he's cheating. I'm like, well, he's in a men's prison, so how does that work? Does he want to be cheating, or is this being forced on him? But then I read down, it's like, no, it's a 21-year-old college student that he's been cozying up to. So to allegedly have been communicating via cell phones. What is happening in prisons? You can get married, you can have affairs, get cell phones. Like,
I don't get
prisons was like a place, punishment. You don't want to be in prison.
Used to be you were breaking rocks or you were making license plates.
And it would be a place that I feel like if you were married, you would not have to worry about your spouse cheating on you. But apparently that is a big problem.
So maybe foot fetish guy can find somebody.
Oh, foot fetish guy would love prison.
He just didn't quite make it there.
He did not.
Had to smell some more shoes to get there.
So they're still looking to try to get their sentence commuted and released, or not commuted, but just have them released, saying they've done enough time in light of all of this new information that's come out.
Oh, there'll be a TLC show with his prison wives.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, I think they've already. I think they literally have already talked about when they get released. There's automatically a multi-million-dollar book and movie deal. There was already an unofficial movie of them, but I didn't watch it. But
yeah,
I'm sure there will be. But I just thought that was weird. Yeah, 21. What is she doing going into this?
Because how old are they now? They
got to be in their 50s. I mean, easily in their 50s. So they're probably mid 50s.
Yeah, they got to be low to mid 50s. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I would say mid 50s.
I didn't look it up, but
because I think they were in college in '89. So
yeah,
I was a freshman in college in '89. So I'd say they're at least my age or older. So I'd say mid 50s.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I feel bad for the woman if your husband's cheating on you in prison. You would think that would be a pretty safe place.
Yeah, it says Eric Menendez now 53 and Lyle Menendez 56.
Okay. Well, both of us kind of right. All right. Well, I don't have anything else other than that. I just, like you said, it was kind of there was a lot to unpack in a little bit of the story.
Yeah. You'll read, though, a lot about serial killers and stuff that will have women.
Yeah. Well, I think Charles Manson.
Yeah. Yeah.
So very strange, very odd.
Guys out of prison can't get a girlfriend, but go to jail, they'll flock to you.
I can change him. No, you can't. Stop.
I love him.
Stop. All right. Well, that's all I got on that one.
All right. What do we got next?
I think you were going drones.
We're going drones. Okay.
Drones.
Let me bring up my drone story here. Here it is.
And you're talking to flying drones.
So this last couple weeks, there's been drone sightings reported over New Jersey. Now the FBI is involved, and I don't know. I'll just go into the story a little bit and we can discuss a little bit. Okay, so mysterious drones. So they're mysterious. They're not.
Oh, very mysterious.
Yeah. They look like Woody the Christmas tree.
Oh, no, we do not need flying
Woodies.
We don't need any flying Woodies.
No, we do not.
There's only so much Cinnabon that can be used as sacrifices. We're going to run out of Cinnabon.
I'll be throwing them Cinnabons like ain't nobody's business, man.
So anyways, these mysterious drones have been reported flying over parts of New Jersey in recent weeks, leading to an investigation involving multiple police agencies and even the FBI in Newark. Images and footage of the drones have circulated online, leading community members to wonder what's going on and what authorities are doing about it. I think the drones have their own TikTok.
Probably.
In a joint statement on behalf of the prosecutor's office and multiple New Jersey police agencies, the office said it realizes members of the public have concerns about the repeated drone sightings. The office is working with local sheriff's departments, emergency management, so they're working with all these people. And here's what they know so far. The Monroe County Prosecutor's Office first announced the sightings in November. The office said that on November 18th, patrolmen from law enforcement saw the drones. At the time, the prosecutor's office said the agencies would coordinate, monitor, and investigate drone activity. The Federal Aviation Committee administration initially said it looked into reports and did not find evidence of drone activity in the area. What evidence would you find? I mean, if they've flown away, would there be, I don't know, drone droppings?
Yeah, they're drone droppings.
So
a drone's just been through here. We're going to track it.
So since the drone sightings first began, multiple agencies have joined the investigation, including the FBI. They have been seen flying in several areas along the 70-mile Raritan River, according to witness. A cluster of what appeared to be drones, as well as a possible fixed-wing aircraft, was flying in the area. It's probably geese, not really drones. Or it could be geese-shaped drones.
That's what they want them to look like.
We have reports from the public and law enforcement dating back several weeks. Let's see. Let's skip on by some of this. They are... Let's see. So the FFA said in a statement to USA Today that federal security partners asked
FAA.
the agency. Oh, what did I say?
Should be FAA, not the FFA.
Not the future. Not the future farmers.
The future farmers could be doing it.
I only point that out because I say that all the time. I am a Part 107 drone license holder, and I always say the FFA. And then people look at me, they're like, what are you talking about?
The farmers, they're drone people. The FAA published two temporary flight restrictions last month prohibiting drones over the Picatinny Arsenal military base and Trump National Golf Course Club in Bedminster. We look into all reports of unauthorized drone operations. They could face a $75,000 fine if they find out who it is. Let's see here. She was out. Okay, Jonelle Ferentinos, who lives near the Boonton Reservoir in Parsippany. Boy, these words. Part of the USA Today network, that she had seen the drones while she was out walking her dog at night. One night she spotted 5 drones. The next night they were back in her neighborhood, she said. It was so dark, so I couldn't really see where they were coming from or going to, she said. They just seemed to be flying around. So basically, you got this area in New Jersey that's got these multiple drones and what appears to be a fixed-wing aircraft flying around. My wife said she was watching. She's the one that told me about this story, and she told me that on the Today Show they said one of these drones was like the size of a car.
Wow!
I mean, it's a big drone.
Maybe it's Santa checking on everybody to see if they're naughty or not.
Well, it could be, and maybe Santa's employing drones now to scope things
going
out.
high tech.
Yeah,
checking to see if he knows when you're asleep. He knows when you're awake.
Yeah. So I don't know.
He knows.
He does
you've been
know.
bad or good.
He reports to Woody.
Yeah.
If you're naughty, you get Woody. So everybody better be extra nice.
I'm on my best behavior.
And he'll come in and slap your stockings.
Nobody wants Woody slapping their stockings.
Well, I meant Santa.
No. I thought you meant Woody is
Well,
coming
Woody
in.
would slap. I don't know. I'm going off the rails.
Well, I'd seen on the drones, I'd seen another story that medevac helicopters are being diverted because of the drones.
So they can't even fly the medevac.
Out of safety
Copters
precautions. Yeah, they're taking longer routes because of the drones.
I mean, it sounds like these are big drones. I mean,
why have we not...
well, we let
pull
that
them down.
balloon go across our country.
Can you not just shoot them on the air?
Can't we
I'm
just
sure
yank
there's
them
some
down?
redneck guys with like shotguns that are like skeet, right? You just trap and
pull.
boom. I'll do it.
Well,
I'll get my shotgun and go out and shoot them. That'd be fun.
well, and so at night, going back to the thing at night, you're not technically legally allowed to fly at night unless you have certain prior authorization to do so.
Well,
and it's
maybe
very,
that tells us what it is.
Well, it's very
they have authorization.
it's very specific because you're supposed to do it so far in advance. And it's for certain purposes on certain, you have to be very specific to get authorization. And that's not even to say you would get it.
They've got
necessarily.
purposes.
But it's like, can't we yank one of these down? Like, we're just letting them fly around.
I would think there
endlessly?
would be a way to figure out who's controlling
There
them.
has to be signal jammers or something.
Something. Or like you said, knock it out of the sky, see if it's got an ID on it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're diverting medevac helicopters.
Well, at
now
that point, yeah, they
out
need
of
to come down.
convenience for the drones.
No.
It's like, what are we doing?
They need to
Yeah.
come down.
I don't know. It's
Oh, I'm sorry, he didn't make it. No, we had to take an extra
Yeah.
20 minutes out of the route of the mysterious drones.
What'd you want us to do, Mike? Knock the drone down? I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry you're bleeding out, but we have to take care of the drone.
I'd hate to inconvenience them.
We don't want to make AI mad.
No.
Lori
We
and
got to keep the robots happy.
you got to keep them happy. You make them mad,
No.
bad things will happen.
Yes, it will.
They'll come sniff your feet.
Oh.
I'm not a fan of this here.
Yeah.
I don't like what's going on.
Lori and I think some of this might be going on around here. Some nights we're over in Pekin and we come back, we see lights, and it's not airplanes. They aren't going towards the airport for one thing, but they're lower and they're not moving fast like an airplane. We think there's drone action maybe going on around here.
Or
Maybe
UFOs.
could be UFOs.
The
we
aliens
saw
are
a
piloting
UFO.
drones because it's more recon. It's like, hey, we can actually disguise
Yeah,
with the drone.
use some of their own
It's
stuff.
cheaper. Yeah. Those spaceships are expensive. We're going to send drones. Well, now we even saw Elon. He just reuses the same ones. We
Yeah.
crash them in Roswell. So we got to start being smart with stuff.
The aliens just mount probes on the drones.
Getting probed from the drone? Yikes. That is not good.
It is not good.
Those drones can move out too.
Yes.
And I'm afraid.
They could chase you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what's up with them. We saw the story. Lori had saw
What's
it.
up with drones?
It's weird though
It
that
is
they're
weird.
just letting them fly around over this area.
It is weird.
Uncontested. So I don't know.
They should be contested.
Yes, they should. I'm all over the place with this story. I don't know. I don't know what
I like
I'm saying.
It worked. We talked UFOs and probing.
You always got to
Woody,
work
Santa
that
Claus.
into it.
We've incorporated everything into this story.
We can bring back the robot finger from 2 weeks ago.
No,
Mount it to the
no.
front of that drone.
Oh yeah, it would move.
There's your probe right there. I don't want to remember the robot finger. Unfortunately, now I have to.
Yeah.
I'd rather be sacrificed to Woody than meet the robot finger.
Nobody wants a robot finger.
No,
But
I certainly don't.
No. So, anyways, that's all I got on that.
all right. Well, let's move on from the drones and let's talk
To Santa Claus.
Santa Claus. Well, Target has a new ad with a new Santa Claus. Maybe. It's got a lot of buzz because he's the new hot Santa. Now, they don't come straight out and say Santa, but that's kind of what they're implying.
I've seen the commercial.
Says that, I hadn't seen the commercial.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet.
The 30-second ad, Born to be Crisp, modernizes Santa. Everyone knows instead of a robust, jolly fellow in a red fuzzy robe, Target's characters fit, wears a red zip-up, and has closely cut silver hair. So, does his last name rhyme with jingle, you ask? HR won't let us say, but we can say but what we can say is we're so excited to welcome him to the team. So the I'm going to describe the little commercial here. It says the muscular Chris rides to Target in a red Ford Bronco with a license plate that reads Slay. Sleigh, not Slay.
Slay.
And the song Born to Be Wild plays. The clip starts with Chris.
It should be a Christmas song.
K-R-I-S. In a house decked out for Christmas. A naughty and nice list hangs from a typewriter. Ornaments and garland decorate the room, which is lit by a fire. Chris gets into his Bronco and drives through the snow, which is overseen by 2 reindeer. The truck has little trees sent and a wreath decoration on its hood. Chris pulls up to Target, hops out of the truck, checks himself out in the mirror as he straightens his Chris K Target name tag. The ad ends with him walking into the store. So Target told Newsweek that Chris highlights how Target's best-in-class team makes every shopping trip joyful, easy, stress-free in a way that only Target can. So that's their new Chris K.
Who do you think's going to be their Mrs. Claus?
Well, I'm glad you brought that up because that's what I thought. Do they get a new sexy Mrs. Claus too? And
You would have to.
I don't know how. I'll let you guys decide here, but I like the traditional fat and jolly Santa. I don't want a fit, sexy Santa. Call me crazy,
Well,
but I don't want that.
I can identify with the original Santa Claus.
Oh, I thought you were going the other way.
No, I
wow.
wish.
But, I mean, first off, Santa's for kids, but let's make him fit and sexy.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? Here, come sit on my lap, little Greg. Let me tell you about Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, and Cupid. I thought you had 9 reindeer. That's what I call my 6-pack. You pull the stomach up. Like, oh,
Here's Donner.
gross. No, I don't want that. I'm going to tell you another thing. You don't want sexy hot Santa sliding down your chimney in the middle of the night either. Because that would freak you out. If you got up, you go downstairs, you hear a noise, and you see the, short, jolly, round, heavy-set guy with the big beard. He's got his pack there. I wouldn't be too threatened. I'd be like, oh, it's Santa Claus. I come down and see some 6'6" chiseled dude that's got a sack. I'm like, crap, getting robbed. Now I'm going to probably get beat up too because I got to take this guy on.
I'd be like, great. Even Santa's got more riz than me at this point.
Yeah, it's like, it's not fair. You cannot have a sexy hot Santa. I don't like the sexy hot Santa.
I like the original Santa.
But I think Mrs. Claus then, what is she? Is she on the Swedish swim bikini team? That was a throwback from the 80s. But, are they going to... And would Target, you think, get some pushback if they did an ad with a hot Mrs. Claus? Like they show Chris going home and he's got the hot Mrs. Claus sitting there waiting for him with a plate of cookies. Everybody loves Mrs. Claus cookies. I don't know. What are your thoughts? Thoughts? No? Yes?
Nope.
I like the
original.
traditional. I like traditional everything. I'm not a big fan of modernizing everything for the most part. Some things fine, but I like the traditional Santa Claus. I want the fat, pudgy, jolly. I feel like this guy wouldn't be very jolly. He seems a little narcissistic too, checking his hair out. The old Santa Claus didn't do that.
Yeah, a little serious.
The old Santa Claus was like, no, I'm about getting toys to the kids and eating cookies. That is what I'm about.
You left the reindeer at home too.
Yeah.
Well, he swapped it out for a Bronco.
Bronco. I don't like it. I don't like it, Target.
I don't care for it.
I'm putting you on notice. Bring back the fat, jolly Santa.
It's like everything.
Santa.
Not everything, but a lot of times it's like, can we just leave stuff well enough alone? We can never.
No, we can't.
Just leave anything the way it was. It was good enough before. It's good enough now.
We have to change it.
Yeah. It can never just be good enough.
So, all right. Well, that was all I have about the sexy hot Santa.
Well, we talked about Hallmark movies last week. We took a quiz.
We did.
Yes, we did.
I did horrible.
What if I told you Hallmark also, in addition to their holiday movies, has a new reality show called Finding Mr. Christmas?
I'm in. Let's go.
I think I know Chris K. He might be up for a.
Well, I can't compete with
contestant.
Chris K.
No, not this one. No.
What if they
I
had
can
like
barely compete with the old
normal, kind of pudgy looking guys show up? Let's get the normal. These women all say they like the dad bod. Do they really like the dad bod? Because what they call the dad bod is like, that's a dude that's in the gym all the time. That's not a dad bod. We'll show you a dad bod. I'll show you a dad bod.
Although I am surprised Santa's not in better shape. I mean, he's got really all year once he does his deal on Christmas Eve, you know.
He has to put all that weight on for Christmas. Have you not watched the movie?
Well, yeah.
The show?
But he's got all spring,
It's
winter,
bulking
you know.
season. He's bulking.
He's bulking.
He has to bulk up because it insulates him. It's cold on that sleigh.
It is cold.
Sorry,
Well,
go ahead.
Finding Mr. Christmas is a reality competition series on Hallmark Plus that follows 10 men as they compete for the lead role in a Hallmark holiday movie. It's a format. The men live together and compete in challenges that test their acting and holiday spirit. The winner of the competition will
Elf
star in a original Hallmark movie called Happy Holidays, opposite of Jessica Lowndes. Elf tossing, is that what you said?
Yeah. That's one of the games.
We can see how they go down the chimney, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be able to do that.
Yep, you have to.
Chops down a Christmas tree, brings it in.
Yeah.
It's Woody.
You don't want the Woody
We're
tree.
going to introduce that.
That would be like an obstacle course. You got to go
I
through
figure
all
like
the
that,
different.
or
The
that's-
abominable snowman from Rudolph would be there.
It's throwing something ratchet into it. They bring that in. Boom! They replace the real tree with the Woody tree.
Yeah.
Escape from Woody. The host, Jonathan Bennett, hosts the series. Melissa Peterman is the lead judge. The show was filmed in Utah over a few weeks in April, and you can stream it on Hallmark Plus, and new episodes are released on Thursdays.
I feel like all these guys have to be either like a baker, but like they bake muffins. They got to be very specific. Or one guy runs a Christmas tree farm, right? You can't just be like a banker.
No.
I guess, or they could be the auditor. It depends on It depends on the movie. Are they the guy that's in the small town?
The Santa Claus. Are you talking about Hallmark movies?
Hallmark movie.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Hallmark.
like in the
generic
Hallmark movie,
Hallmark
usually you
character.
have the two guys and the woman's got to pick one of them. So half of the guys have to be the small town guy, right?
Or you
He's
could be the
running
big city artist or something like that.
That's what I said. Half of them have to be the small town. Half have to
Yeah.
be the big city guy. Because you got two dudes, usually, in those movies.
Yeah.
The one is
The
from
divorce,
the big city.
divorcee with a child.
Yeah. Yeah. And they have to run some kind of small business like pottery barn.
Yeah.
But they only,
Or like you said, they're taking over that
make
business.
Christmas ornaments. You know, something that's no one in their right mind would ever do.
Yeah, that makes
And he
them-
lives in a sprawling ranch. Like, how do you pay for this? You literally make porcelain Christmas ornaments.
Oh, I have ways.
'Cause we live in Christmas Town and people love it. I import my ornaments all over the world.
Yeah. Well, all these guys, it shows a picture of the contestants in the article later. It's like any one of these guys you could picture on a typical Hallmark lead movie.
So they're not Santa Claus looking guys. My phone's died, so I can't look. But
No. These are basically what you'd picture as the lead.
As Chris
guy.
K.
Well, they're the new Santa Claus
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah. So they were talking. The article talks about, when they eliminate a guy. This is the dumbest thing ever. They're trying to say their catchphrase of "You've been eliminated." Like on Survivor, the tribe has spoken. That type of thing you get kicked off. Their phrase is "You just got cringled." You just got cringled. Are you serious?
cringled.
Only Hallmark would come up with a phrase. You just got cringled.
what is getting cringled?
The contestant.
Getting voted
Well,
off.
I know,
Yeah.
but
I don't want to get cringled.
I'd say being cringled isn't.
The target Santa is going to come cringle me.
I figure like you just had we decked your halls or something like that.
Yeah.
The point of the show, they say, is so that for all the viewers, they can get invested in the lead, the Mr. Christmas. So they see him on the reality show, then they'll see him in the first movie, and they'll see him in his second movie. They go on to say it's the Kelly Clarkson syndrome. So they want to build Mr. Christmas into a star.
I don't
through
like
the reality TV show.
I don't like it at all.
I don't.
I thought it was actually a joke when I saw a commercial for it. I was like, Hallmark is doing a reality TV show. I was like, surely it's not a real thing. No, it's a real thing. It is an
See,
actual
I feel like the
reality
guys
show.
when they have to come in too, they have to not like Christmas, and then they're turned. They're turned into they really love Christmas, and that don't they do that?
Well,
a
if
lot
they
in those
don't
movies?
turn, are they thrown off? Thrown off the island?
I think you have to be because I'm saying for the Hallmark movies, don't it? Usually they come in, they're kind of a Grinch a lot of times, and they're
Sometimes,
like,
yeah.
and then they get.
It does go
I've
on.
never watched a Hallmark movie, so I'm just.
I have.
It does go on to say actual competitions that they're competing in.
Oh, it does?
It does. The first one was they have 30 minutes to make a Christmas sweater that tells their life story and help us learn about them.
Make a Christmas. Like, are they knitting it for 30 minutes? Or do they just have a Christmas sweater there and they have to stick felt pieces of stuff on it?
Yeah,
Like
that's
a felt board, like when you're in Sunday school or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
It says future competitions include a Christmas tree obstacle course in which
And there's
contestants,
Woody.
chasing them. They break in
Now that would be funny.
Yes,
I
it
would watch
would.
that.
They have other ones where they break into blocks of ice to retrieve a saw, bring it down lumberjack style for the tree. It's your brawny man fantasy come to life. At the end of each episode, one contestant removes his monogram stocking from the living room fireplace.
And they slap it.
Yeah, you get you slapped on the way out. Pour some fireball.
You just had your stocking slap.
You're out.
You just got crinkled.
You were 100% slappable.
Yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it, but Hallmark again at the holidays strikes again.
What's it called?
Finding Mr. Christmas.
Finding
Mr.
Mr.
Christmas.
Christmas. All right. Well, anything else? I think
No, I
that'll
don't
wrap
think so.
this
I
show
think
up.
It was a little erratic.
We were all over the place. We brought it home, though. We tied
Yes,
we
with Christmas.
somehow managed to tie just about every story back into the theme, which
Yes.
was weird Christmas, I think.
It did feel weird.
Yeah, Woody with a Cinnabon, and who knows? We had all kinds of
Drones.
stuff going. Drones. It was all over the place. So, hey, thanks for tuning in, listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Be safe out there. Relax. It's crazy. You're trying to get all your Christmas stuff done. We are going to have more Christmas fun next week, and we hope you're tuning in 7 days. Until then, ho, ho, ho.
Later.
Peace.
I know. I threw
We like
Mike
to throw
off.
Mike out of whack.
Well, jingle my bells.
I just got crinkled.
Well, that wraps up another episode. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe, and you can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.